The two-day Uttarakhand Global Investors Summit has begun and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to inaugurate the summit. There are various delegates who are going to participate at the event. The gala show has just begun and there are massive hangars and hoardings can be seen. There are a lot of people coming in, and right now I've been joined by Dr. Kalachand Sai, who is the director of Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology. Let us talk to him about the environment and the investment needed in preservation of environment and other things. Sir, very welcome to India today. We would like to know that with Investor Summit, what should be the focus that the economy and ecological balance can be maintained?
Thank you for this good question, and I'm happy to join to this important event. Particularly if you understand the Himalayan ecology and ecosystem, everybody knows that many parts of the Himalayan region has developed vulnerability because of so many processes going on beneath the surface, above the surface, as well as impact of the climate change, anthropogenic impact. In this context, I would like to mention there are so many resources available into this Himalayan region, particularly into the Uttarakhand state, that can be utilized for several purposes of our socio-economic cultural growth as well as strategic development. In this context, there is a wide scope for the investors to put their money and participate into the developmental activities of this Uttarakhand state. This is very, very young state. In the young mountain, young state, there are a lot of scopes and opportunities.
What do you think, because Himalayan is the fragile state and a lot of big hydro projects are also coming and huge investments are being poured in. So what precautions can be taken so that the environment can be preserved and protected?
See that once we have understood that Himalaya has fragility, and in that context, whatever resources we want to exploit, there should be a fine balance between the utilization of the resources as well as we have to preserve and conserve the Himalayan ecosystem. So in this context, I am from the Himalayan Institute, where we have been pursuing a lot of geoscientific study. Based on geoscientific study, geological input, geophysical input, some of the drill data, we can understand the impact of the environment, we can understand impact of the climate, we can also understand the impact of the anthropogenic activities. So we have to look into all those aspects whenever we go for any developmental activities, so that at one hand we will be utilizing the resources available into the Himalaya. And
we have recently seen and observed many haphazards coming in, and there were talks about the investigations as well, the carrying capacity as well, which are degrading the environment. So what policies should come in along with the investor summit? The friendly policies for the investors were formulated. What are the friendly policies which should be formulated for the protection of environment as well?
You see, it is again a very vital question, and for the environmental protection, definitely we have to pay a lot of attention. And with reference to the Himalayan state, Uttarakhand state, we have to have a mountain specific building codes, number one. Number two, a mountain specific some of the guidelines, what are to be done, what are not to be done. So just example, you have also pointed about the hydroelectric power project. You will be also talking about the Silkiaram tunnel project. We are also have seen in the beginning of the year in the Joshimot. So as a whole, from the geoscientific study, from the beginning itself, as well as when any project goes on, we have to assess what are the capability of that particular area where we are laying down any sort of projects, what impact it may make in the course of time. These are, we have to think in long term. So first of all, that impact assessment of any projects before the project starts, we have to do geophysically, geologically, number one. Even when the project goes on, we have to monitor. And third, time to time we have to assess that what impacts, whether it is going from the anthropogenic point of view, what it is going from the climate point of view is going on. So there is a three phase of activities we have to take care before any project. Impact assessment, during the project also we have to monitor, and after that also we have to look into that what are the different processes going on that may have some sort of impact into the downstream.
One last question, what is the message you would like to convey at the Investor Summit?
You see, Investor Summit, I'd like to invite or tell all the investors there is a huge scopes and opportunities. Only thing that we have to understand that what type of activities if we pursue in a particular region, what impact it can make to the environment, impact meant to the society. So if we can have understood all these things beforehand and during the and after also, definitely we will be able to have a very, very success investors investment into the Uttarakhand state as well as Himalayan state.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sain, for joining us. So here was Dr. Sain who gave replies to our questions, and he has focusedly said about preserving the environment and formulating the policies which are in need to protect the Himalayan geology, and new policies and monitoring should also be formulated so that the investments do not hamper the environment. This is Ankit Sharma with Sagar Sharma, India Today, Dehradun.